Southwest Nissan is a franchised new vehicle dealership located in Hudson Oaks, Texas. It is part of an 11 group store called Gilchrist Automotive.
Southwest Nissan was purchased in 2009. It has the same mission statement as the rest of the group. Uh, One team working together as a lean dealer enterprise for automotive leadership as measured by our customers, our teammates, and our community satisfaction. And it also embodies our core values: integrity, urgency, attention to detail, teamwork, and personal growth. The dealership is made up of a new vehicle sales department, used vehicle sales, service, and parts departments. It employs a total of 50 people.
The current dealer operator, Stephen Gilchrist, has organized the group operations with a leadership team that reports directly to him. Each store has a general manager that is responsible for that store's daily operations. Each store's general manager has a management team that reports directly to them.
And last year it sold 1,000 new, 1,000 used vehicles, wrote over 13,000 tickets, and wrote just over 3 million in part sales. This represented a 10% year-over-year growth, and this was fairly representative of the growth rate for the group as a whole.
However, this growth also comes with challenges. We reviewed the company's history, looked at past and current sales metrics, and conducted extensive interviews with key stakeholders to assess those challenges and frame some key recommendations. There are two primary challenges this organization hopes to address. The first challenge is talent development and retention. Southwest Nissan's leaders are concerned with developing the skills of their employees in all departments, maintaining high employee morale and engagement, and measuring and rewarding superior performance. The second challenge facing the company is sustaining the intimate, small town company culture as it grows. The dealer operator has tried to scale up that culture by giving each store and the general manager significant autonomy while also being present with himself at each store. However, because of the growth of the group and in each store, it is not practically possible for the dealer operator alone to communicate, model, and cascade a company's cultures and values.
So how do we address this problem?
Gilchrist Automotive already has an established technical training program for service advisors that focuses on vehicle features, benefits, and functionality. However, no such formal program exists for sales and sales associate training. The establishment of an effective onboarding process will speed up integration, acclimate the staff to the existing culture, and set employees up for greater success. Our suggested solution is a blended approach combining instructor-based teaching with computer-based training. Research indicates that instructor-based programs have a high transfer of knowledge, while computer-based programs have a high retention of knowledge 2 to 3 months after the training. I recommend that Gilchrist Automotive create a training program that blends these approaches together. The training program should include several computer-based training modules that highlight specific challenges that the sales associate is expected to encounter. These modules should be accessible to the sales associate so they can reference the material when these specific challenges occur. To increase their effectiveness, these computer training programs should be accompanied with hands-on experience. Senior staff should supervise and guide new staff through normal employee duties. A senior employee should also accompany the training module for hands-on experience within the field. Responsibilities should be transferred from senior staff to the new staff at a pace tailored to the individual and their level of aptitude. This integrative approach should aid the transfer of skill and knowledge to the employee.
Southwest Nissan is growing, and there's an understanding that the employees in the dealership are the only reliable source of long-term competitive advantages. How does Southwest Nissan maintain its competitive advantages as it pertains to personnel that are driving the success of the dealership? Well, in addition to recruiting the best employees that fit the culture and the needs of Southwest Nissan, there needs to be a process put in place that garners retention and professional growth. Part of this process is mentoring through feedback that can create an environment where the employees themselves are building self-efficacy, which can lead to a culture of competitive excellence within the firm. An effective way to provide accurate feedback in regards to success and growth would require using prescribed metrics that track progression, i.e. performance management. Utilizing a performance management approach of consistency and tailored metrics specific to individual job growth and departmental duties that increase profitability would be more beneficial than the standard annual performance reviews that use generic metrics. As the dealership business evolves, management needs to be able to provide timely feedback supporting the employee's progression more frequently. To achieve this, it may be best fit to move away from the practice of annual or informal reviews and transition to a more frequent review process that can be as frequent as every week. Performance management is part of a bigger picture that is the process known as human capital management. Human capital management is the practice of getting the right people to work for a company, managing, developing, and ensuring these people and make sure they perform at a high level to bring optimal value to the company. Successful companies can expand, but can they sustain success? Maybe, but it would be hard without a system in place to ensure our employees are given developmental feedback for the good of the company. Utilizing human capital management is beneficial to the entire company's success.
Regularly spaced assessment of employee performance can ensure the business operates in an optimal manner. Many of the day-to-day activities and decisions contribute to how long the business remains competitive and successful. Understanding vehicle make, model, condition, and value trends is critical for sustainment and is important to make critical changes or adjustments. Having a good understanding of all these elements is key to target marketing for the best chance of selling and ultimately profitability. One of the most beneficial ways to achieve this is by implementing quarterly assessments or reviews and sharing these statistics to every employee.
Quarterly assessments or performance evaluations can be an important component towards making short-term decisions in relation to productivity. These assessments can give employees feedback on how well sales are going, departmental productivity, to better define issues and redirect lack or human and other resources which is acquired. These assessments can bring the entire team together to better understand risk before they become a larger problem. Ultimately, assessing the way you do business provides a self-reflection of how proficient you are in all of the function areas, and keeping everything transparent to all employees give them opportunity to assist in making sound recommendations and solving issues.
Implementing an annual town hall meeting will help communicate ideas and changes within the company.
It delivers and helps with better communication with the entire team. By having the entire team participate at the same time, they will hear firsthand about important updates. This is important because we know all kinds of misunderstandings can occur when information is shared secondhand among employees. It also gives a clear and better transparency about employees' goals, expectations, and deliverables.
Let's talk now about organizational culture for Southwest Nissan and Gilchrist Automotive as a whole. So the central challenge is how to scale up and expand and grow this organization and still maintain that intimate, small town founders feel and that spirit of entrepreneurship, self-empowerment, and innovative thinking that's so important to the organization. The dealer operator is adamant that the culture should remain a place that's relatively flat and decentralized. So one of the main ways to do this and to sustain this is to make sure that the values, the 5 values that Gilchrist cascades, is well understood and well practiced. One way to gauge how strong these values are among current employees is a cultural assessment survey, and also integrating these values into a more formal new hire onboarding and orientation process that guides that selection for sustaining a culture. And will continue their socialization into that culture and sense of belonging. Also, having leaders model those values every day and draw out moments and opportunities for recognition and rewarding some of those innovative, self-empowered behaviors will be a way to create a sense of belonging, yet maintain a relatively flat hierarchy going forward in future generations of the business.
We understand at Southwest Nissan, the most important things are maintaining that small town charm while upholding the family values and keeping the customer happy. In times of extreme growth, it's very easy to let culture and values slide. It's imperative that you have preventative strategies in place so that doesn't happen. Our recommendations include standardizing new hire training and onboarding through computer-based training. This allows all employees to realize the importance of the culture as well as receive the proper history. And managers have a tool to easier cross-train employees in the future, as well as a refresher course for any employees that may need it. Additionally, we strongly recommend implementing quantifiable metrics as well as a reliable feedback schedule. This allows management and employees to always be on the same page about what the goals are and whether or not they're being achieved, and to have regular sessions where those things can be discussed. That way, employees who need extra guidance can be guided, and employees who deserve praise can be given praise. Altogether, these things make the culture what it is at Southwest Nissan, and it's so important to maintain that so that Southwest Nissan can remain competitive in such a cutthroat environment.